Good morning, folks. This is Blavik Shade Floral 2265, and I'm coming at you with a new vlog. I've got a new vlog for you today, and today's discussion is going to be being socially serious. Real tea time, misandry, and a debate. So please tune in and stick around while I get started for you. Get comfortable. Grab something to eat, have a seat at your computer chair and desk in front of your personal computer, and let's just have a moment and topic together. Thanks. I don't know what it is about female singledom that makes them so hostile, but I'm going to go ahead and share my thoughts about the debate. It's been my experience, a single young lady, that dramatic tensions tend to unfold for the socially single female. Knowing that I am Haitian and not a Californian, my odds at making some relatively opened amount of numerable friends are narrowed for being a common Florida native. I am part of the compatriot side of things, just to share about our communal fold. But I am still open for the chance at making friendships. Being a young lady, I want to bring up the topic of misandry and discuss it. Defined simply, misandry stands for and means the hatred of men. I'm not sure if it's only just deadbeat daddy issues that causes it, but it is a feminine issue in women who are soloist, single, and who deal with self-esteem and attraction issues. I recognized my struggle with it this year, just coming off of last year, 2022. But I'll go on. So let me just admit that men do annoy me and have always annoyed me. Their ability to overpower, outspeech, and outperform pathetic women has always ghastly astounded me. Because their entire self-world is overinflated and is all about their due credit, and complementarily, unendingly so, since due applause and laudment is demanded by their dissatisfied egos. But I only mention this assumption because of my struggles with misandry. And yes, for me, the struggle is a real one, and at times upsets my nerved spirit. I don't date, and dating is an issue of inexperience for me. I couldn't understand why for years I had trouble finding men my age who were able to date me, and I didn't know where to find them. Available men. I've discussed the issue in a previous vlog of mine titled Dating Experience or Inexperience. Hashtag lo-fi thoughts, hashtag verbal ASMR, etc. I couldn't understand for the life of me where I could find available ones around the city town where I lived. Then it struck me much later, that it's possibly because we were still in the civilly social dark ages where adult people still religiously train the thought that realistically whites carry on with whites communally and blacks must carry on communally with blacks. It's not like how it was in grade school with black yuppie students who carried on with white friends and no one had a care in the world what rights to civil liberties were. That's how racially diverse and liberally free school had been for me. Everyone associated despite differing social backgrounds, because we were all young peopled students. And as peopled young students, young as we were, I think we were all trying our best to move past the social barrier that distanced us as a peopled coming of age who wanted that social sensation to move us past and beyond our prejudices, be it unspoken. It's what I've hoped for, and I know it now. In our community, it's not like adults carry on as indiscriminately like lovably younger adults do. I understand that younger adults who can afford to live a little more diversely are the romantically wanted ideal and beautiful vision for the racially diverse world of harmonious, young, cultured, and attractive, the attractive of age to result. But with my odds, it's not always so for all of them. And my account is proof of that. It has affected me how young people of the whiter folds have better odds at making innumerable friends and garnering an ongoing following. And for the most part, effortlessly for some. And the odds carry on and over for some of them. I learned that I have to build my odds and achieve social effect to have it adequately work in my favor to achieve my wanted odds at being approached and followed. So, at being approached and followed, so what is my discussion about Misandry all about? It's about my odds at not being culturally acknowledged a human being. I know it's my appearance. I wear my hair in an afro and live in a town where, for the most part, it is populated by whites. So when they see me in public, they know that my afro-styled hair is a culture standard, for the most part, recognized in color people. So when they see me, their minds alert, 5 o'clock. Check color person entering the house. So I might come across to them as someone approaching them to their amused surprise. My hair is a signature of my openly in public identity, to my very appearance, to the very way I dress and clear sight of me. I dress for the most pretty casual-like and girl-like for a young adult girl. So I look like a young adult little girl in my clothes. I like sweaters. I like blouses, cotton blouses, skirts that are denim, denim pants, and skinny pants. You can achieve the look in some nice dress pants, almost like a suit for a suit, or something you can wear for a blazer, or a sort of pants and jacket sort of wear, formal wear, or haute wear, Haute. So yeah, I've just shared and described my sort of clothing, my sort of wear. Just a short description for you. So I have just shared this fact with you. which shoots me back to the topic of misandry, by the way. I recognize how this stubborn subject keeps trying to slink away. Aside from being unapologetically single, I sort of realized how I have a hard time respecting the authority of men. I don't think I've had the pleasure of respecting a man since my father divorced and left my mom. I suffer from the what artist T-Pain calls the you can do it all by yourself complex. I don't have mutual friends who are male aficionados who I'm able to contact and keep in touch with for the present moment. But I would like to have and know some of them. I'd like to know a number of them in addition to females I know and talk to, because I don't know enough men. I have to resort to hatching it out on my own to go somewhere, usually by foot, because I don't drive. But I've had the few numbered occasions of practicing a drive, and I say thank goodness to that. But I see men at their job at the market store by my house proudly strutting themselves and the fact that they're single and can afford their needs, which irks me. And they know who I am and have seen me around the neighborhood, as well as the fact that I am a single girl who lives with her mom, and they aren't none too affected by this fact about me to actually approach me. For the most, they carry themselves as if they're these professionals who work there. But it's no matter for me because yes, it's a store and a workplace. But I wouldn't mind being approached by a young dateable male if there is a chance at such a prospect. But they carry themselves too uptight to standards, so I just go to the store to pass the time on my phone browsing the internet whenever I'm able to go there, when I get a little anxious and want out of the house for a little free time. Since I've bothered to bring up the store, I will admit that I have openly yelled at a man vlogger or two at the screen whenever I've disagreed with something in their topic that they're discussing. I will get behaviorally rude with a man employee at a public store who isn't able to help service me in my desperate need in public, and it's happened before. Strangely, with some women too. I once asked to use a laptop at a T-Mobile store to help transfer my files, and they refused me. So I stubbornly said thank you to them and marched right out of the store on a busy night at the plaza by where I live. I can't seem to stay put for any man respectively who is unable to help me, because the whole ideal of being a guy in public is for them to be useful in some type of way. In case of any minor or semi-serious emergency, that is the very thing that would make them usefully absolute, because men are advantaged takers who like to be utilized. But I've yet to meet one who's bothered to respect me and in acknowledgement by maintaining some sort of repertoire by me, and that's for any place I frequent, in any event. So honestly, I sum that I need to get out more and frequent other public spaces where I could run into some people. Like the mall, maybe. I haven't visited the mall in about 4 to 5 years now. So maybe I should frequent the theater plaza. I've enjoyed a many advantaged afternoon or handy evening at the plaza in the theaters and had such a great time for myself. Or maybe I should do the newspaper classifieds or even Craigslist like I used to do. If it's still around these days. Still around at all. It's a fact that men are absolute about their control and are in fact commonly drivers, so it really is all about them and their world and what it can be. And the idea of serially single men and males scares the bejesus out of me, because their single need to be in their control and they're constantly by themselves, which can be terrifying. Very much like runaway or throwaway juveniles. The prospect of being so young and stranded is scary, which leads me to think if men are more serially prone commonly. But some soulful part of me still remains hopeful for them. I can't help being drawn to the opposite sex of them, even though we are bisexually prone. Men and women. I like the thought of men, because they are the prototype for the mainstay of heroism and its role. We gotta have them around, and we gotta live them with them being here. In the same sense, I want to add that since we have to live with them here, men being a whole, full, I do want to add, since we as women, as a race of women people, have to deal with them being here. In the same sense, I also want to add, where would they be without us? So quite frankly, I just wanted to state that issue. It had been bothering me for a while, that I hadn't thought of it earlier, but I'm sort of glad that I've said it now. It's been needing to be said. So, yeah. I'm glad that I've shared it, and I'm gonna post it to my vlog and repost. So, this is all I just wanted to do, and I just wanted to addition just an important part of that point I made, because that part I just said really needs to be stated, has really needed to be stated. So I'm glad I've gone out and done it. And so yeah, I share it with you now. So thanks for still tuning in and still reviewing my posts. So I'm gonna cut it short here and draw a pause. But there's so much more I wanted to say, and I feel like there is some just some points that I've missed that I would have liked to have said further. I would have said further, but I just couldn't bring my mind around for it, because I had so much I had to get down on paper to discuss, to screen. So I'm glad I've covered that part. I've been wanting to discuss the topic of misandry for a little while now, and I felt like it was a subject issue that I needed to cover, because I know that I've struggled with respect for men, and just the fact that I'm a solo female and prone to being single. I know that just being a woman, women who are usually single, and that fact being all they know, do have an issue with just complying with authoritative males, or any man's authority in general, personally. My mother, who is a breadwinner and divorced single woman, used to be like that for a time. And then she started to date the man that she married, and also has made a friend who she's able to, another man that she communicates and talks to, who's a friend of ours, and he's staying with us at present. And we really enjoy his company. So I've had the greatest time with him being here. His company here has helped me realize that I don't have to be so uptight around men just because I've been single for as long as I have and I don't date frequently. And I think it's partly because we discuss in the our Haitian dialect that I'm able to open up to him. And since I've had trips to Haiti where I visited, and I've had a trip to Haiti on my own before, I was able to broaden my understanding of Creole. And also with my uncle being here, moving from the Dominican Republic and staying here with us before he moved in with his girlfriend, his Creole and me just picking up from being an English speaker for as long as I have and speaking back to the Haitian dialect of my mother and my birth country, my father's birth country, excuse me. I was able to broaden my speech by practicing it with him. So it's helped me improve my Creole. So it's gotten much better. So with my mom's friend who's Haitian and staying here, I'm able to practice and just exercise my skill with him and converse further and have better speech with him. So in part, I'm my English is par, and my Creole that I've been practicing is improved muchly. So yeah, I just wanted to share that fact and just how being Haitian American shouldn't be any limitation for a young person or any young person like me. That it doesn't make me any different, and that being short or tall, overweight, or too skinny, and subpar in appearance to being skinny, shouldn't hold you back. You understand? No matter how different or what you are culturally, or how unlike people of the age you are. Honestly, it's all about keeping up with it, keeping up with the movement. And honestly, it shouldn't be a problem because you're supposed to be a part of the community. And civilly, it should be that. It's supposed to be so. So, yeah, I'm going to pause it here. And I will get right back to you. I'm going to say like, comment, subscribe. And thanks for tuning in. I have so much more to share, so keep tuning. All right. Thanks. And we will see each other again. We will speak again. Adieu. Till next time.